Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Today I want to talk about working at UPS as a package handler. So, to start off, I want to talk about applying for the job, getting the job, and the process of getting the position that they put you at. So, anyways, when you first apply for the job, in my case, I applied during peak season, which is where they're very busy. It's Christmas time, all the holidays are coming up, so people are ordering constantly, and there's plenty of work and plenty of demand that they need to fill. So, anyways, when you apply, you're going to be given a link at the end of your application, and that link is going to give you the date of your interview, where you come in, you talk to somebody, they give you a tour of the building, and then you're given a date where you come back and you take a 3 day class about warehouse safety, hazmats, and just basic stuff you need to know about working there as a package handler. So, anyways, simple as that. I went through the whole process, went through the 3 days of classes, 3 days of videos, 3 days of them just educating you, telling you about the job, telling you about the different jobs and how to work safely and, how to properly load or secure a belt or whatever the case may be. So, anyways, I went through my 3 days of class and I was given a position at UPS. I was given the position of being a pickoff. Now, before I get to that, I want to talk about how the whole hub works. So basically, you got trucks coming in filled with merchandise and packages. Now, when those trucks come in, they dock up, and you have people called unloaders that unload the trucks, put them on the conveyor belts. The conveyor belts take them up to the sort aisle guys, who basically take the package and put it on the correct belt, which and where it goes to. And after that, the package rotates through the hub till it gets to the pickoff guys. Unless it's very small packages, then they go through the small sort people, and But anyways, once it gets to the pickoff takes the package and he puts it in the correct trailer in which it's supposed to go to, and then the loader gets that package and loads it onto the trailer, and then the truck leaves by a specific time. Now, the whole operation is very simple, but the hard part is that there's a high volume of packages coming in, and you have to make sure that all those packages get processed within a certain time frame. And now that's when things become difficult, because working as a package handler, in my case, I was put as a pickoff. So basically, I had to, pick the packages depending on zip code and state, put them in a specific trailer, and just keep doing that over and over and over again. But then eventually, I was stubborn and I wanted to be a loader because I wanted to work, and terrible mistake. Absolutely do not do it. If they put you as a pick off guy or a sort out guy, stay there. Don't move. Don't go to load or unload, because that's where the physical labor is. So, anyways, I was from then on in, I was a loader because I chose to be a loader for some reason. I don't know why. So I was loading packages for about 8 months, and I want to talk a little bit about my experience there, more about what you're going to experience. Okay, so when you first start there, you're going to realize that it's not just a part-time job. It's not just a job where you come in there, you do 25 hours a week, and then you're out. It's hard work. You know what I mean? Whatever, if you could be sort out, you could be pick off, whatever it is, everybody, every position, being a package handler, you're going to work, and you're going to work hard, because as soon as you clock in, you have to work. If you're not working, if you're just standing around, then they're gonna management is gonna get on your ass, and they're gonna tell you to move. You're constantly moving as soon as you clock in. So it's very important that you have a good work ethic before applying for this job. Another thing is, it really depends upon your management. Some places might have better management, some places might have worse management. The hub that I was working at had pretty good management, and they worked with me a lot. I was a college student, and I couldn't really work certain days, or I had classes, so they worked with me. They helped me out, and I was able to work as much as I could and make as much as I could. And the management aspect of it wasn't too bad. But then again, management is very, very demanding. The job is very demanding. They're always going to want you to do 110%. They're always going to want you to do more. They're going to expect more from you. They're going to want you to work in the manner that they tell you to work. And working there, it was hard. It was not an easy job. I've seen the videos, I read the reviews. I thought, these guys are full of shit. It's an easy job. I could do it. Look at me. I'm strong as hell. I could do it, right? Well, even being big, it doesn't matter. You physically work for 5 hours, constantly moving heavy boxes around. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be exhausted. What I didn't like about the job was the fact that they weren't paying me enough money. When I first started out there, I was making $10.25 an hour. That's usually what they're going to start you off at, is 10.20 to 10.25. And basically every year that you stay there after you become unionized, then they might give you a pay raise of $1. But the thing is, with every check that you get, they're going to take out union dues, which are a lot. They're going to take out taxes. And after working a whole week there and seeing my check, I was not happy at all. I was actually very disappointed. And that's the disappointing part about it, is that, you put in a lot of work, and then when you finally get that paycheck, it's really not that great. I think overall, working a whole week, you'll make about $238 a week. $238 a week, but you're busting your ass Sunday through Thursday or whatever shifts that you got to work. Usually it's 25 hours a week, and usually they start you off at 10.20, 10.25 an hour. So I don't think what you're going to be getting paid is going to be much different than what I'm getting paid. And I'm working 5 to 10. Technically, they tell you get off at 9, 9:30, but you don't. You stay there till everything is done. That's another thing. If getting home at a specific time, or whatever is an issue, I wouldn't suggest working there, because you might have to be there till 10, 10:30 some nights. Another thing is, you're not allowed to have your cell phone on you. That's an issue. It sucks, but you go through a security checkpoint, you can't have your phone on you while you're working. You can't, you just can't have it there. That was definitely a downer. Not making enough, to me, not making enough money, not being able to have my phone on me, being always expected to do better and better and better isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it can be very frustrating, and you can grow very aggravated, because you're busting your ass, you're working as hard as you can, and they're always going to be expecting more and more and more from you. So who I would recommend this job to, I'd recommend this job to people who want a career at UPS, because it's a great start. You start as a package handler and you move your way up to management. Once you're at management, it's still very demanding, if not more demanding. Not physically, but like, you just have to be there more hours, you have more responsibilities, basic management. If you want to stick with the union, that's cool too. You get health benefits after 1 year, but the union's hard. It's hard work, and the pay isn't that great. But if you could stick it out and you want to do it for the long run, you want to do it because you want a career with this company, I would highly recommend it, opposed to other companies like Amazon or FedEx who don't have unionized, who don't have unions. UPS has a union, and you pay union dues. It sucks. They take it out of your check, but at the end of the day, you work there for about a year and you get health benefits, you get all that stuff, you get all the perks of working there. You get to know management, you get to know everybody, and if you're a hard worker, they will definitely reward you for it, depending upon your management, of course. Um, the downside of it is, it's stressful, it's aggravating, it's not easy, it's not an easy job. you know if you're just a college kid or somebody who's looking for a second job and you just want to make some extra money, I wouldn't recommend this job to you. If you just think it's going to be an easy job, an easy 25 hours, whatever the case may be, then I would not recommend it for you, because it's very hard to do anything else besides work there. Going to school or working a second job, like, you're just going to be so drained, because that physical 5 hours a day of working is 5 hours a day of just picking packages up, loading them, whatever the case may be. Now, this is talking about the perspective of being a loader or being an unloader. So, what I think from hardest to easiest physically is being an unloader, unloading the packages. You're constantly moving. I think that's one of the most physically demanding positions. The second, I think, is loading, physically loading the packages onto the trailer. The third, I believe, is being a pickoff, because as a pickoff, you're picking those packages constantly into the correct chute. You're standing all day, but it's not that bad. It's not as hard, physically hard, as being a loader or an unloader, but it's still demanding. And then I believe it would go sort aisle and then small sort. All jobs are physically demanding, but there's jobs that are more physically demanding than others, as I just said. Um, and that's basically all you really need to know about, UPS. There's more you need to know, but this is just a general idea of, what you should know. It's a great company to work for. It's a Fortune 500 company, but you got to work, and you got to be dedicated and committed to working there. If you're not, then it might not be the job for you. I've seen plenty of people, sign up, apply, and, every week somebody quits. Every week, two or three people quit because they sign up for it and they don't realize that it's not just an average part-time job. It's a hard job. It's a lot of work, and you got to be willing to put in that work. Um, I see these new guys coming in and they think it's a breeze, but it's really not. It's hard work. So I hope this helps. I hope this kind of clarifies everything that's out there and gives you a better perspective about things. Thank you.